in your own ship. Isn't this very dangerous, sir?
And now, gentlemen and ladies, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment with some components.
I'm going with him.
Well, I guess that makes me a volunteer also.
You really started something this time, Doctor. I think you're right.
Well, thank you. But I'm not at all certain I am right.
What if this thing is a hoax and you can prove it?
I didn't say I could prove it, Dave. I said there was evidence. Unfortunately, there's just as much evidence the other way.
Like what?
Well, ever since the capsule landed, we've been working on it. The metal container itself defies analysis. It's harder than anything we've yet been able to devise. And it has a fantastic thermal resistance.
Well, I didn't know that. I haven't seen all the reports yet.
Oh, yes. And consider their method of communication. Now, this is something. Telepathically geared to the human mind. One merely thinks the word message, and it appears. Stop thinking, and it goes blank again.
Curious about the Latin.
Well, why not Latin? Once it was understood throughout the civilized world. Perhaps they think it still is.
Well, the whole thing is still a little hard to swallow.
And Dave, not so many years back, space travel itself was a little hard to swallow.
I've calculated the figures for the Doppler effect at the speeds we'll be traveling.
I want the figures all the way up to the speed of light. We can't put the solar reactors through a full test here on Earth. But if they reach optimum efficiency in space, we'll be the first to achieve photon propulsion.
But, Van, that would mean... Dr. Van Ponder's office. Mr. Hotchkiss. He sounds worried.
Yes, Hodge.
It's Arcad and his crowd, Van. They're reviving the whole suicide issue in the council. They're beginning to play it pretty rough. You better get down here in a hurry.
I'll get there as fast as I can. I have to be at the United Nations. Extend this series and I'll check it tomorrow.
Check.
Oh, so do you see it when you say you see it transmitting? You see it transmitting you or me? Jimmy will show up around 9:30. Say something. Say something. Say something again. Try again. Say something else. Duh. I'm trying to get audio working. Input voice meter, output cable. Input voice meter, output cable.
Clint? What Clint?
Heck. You're grody. Alright, say something else.
Something else.
Okay,
One,
there we go. That's what I was looking for. Check. Alright.
What is that over there?
Check. Check.
Bing!
That one. Check.
No.
Yes.
No. Oh. Hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
"97% of Dollar Shave Club members love our razors so much they'd recommend us to a friend. But who are the other 3%? The other 3%. Meet Roger. He's a pyramid schemer.
Hey, Roger. Beautiful day, huh? It is a beautiful day to secure your financial future. In just days, you can earn millions while you sleep.
Roger would recommend DSC to a friend, but he swindled all his friends. Get the DSC trial kit, blades, handle, and shave butter, all for just $5 at dollarshaveclub.com/Spotify.
97% statistic based on super scientific study of members who submitted a review on our website as of 4/3/17.
Hey, music lovers, do you love the internet? So do we. That's why Spectrum Internet delivers you faster download speeds and more consistent performance. Click the banner to learn more. Spectrum has the fastest starting speeds for the price, which means you're getting what you pay for, finally. There are no modem fees, data caps, or speed throttling. We're so confident in our service, there are no contracts either. Get Spectrum Internet today and get the speed you expect and the bandwidth you need.
With Zillow, you're not just looking for a house. You're looking for the kitchen where you'll bake your baby's smash cake. The extra bedroom where your sister will constantly crash. You're looking for a garage where you'll park bicycles, tricycles, and every mode of transportation. Except your car.
You're not just looking for a house. You're looking for a place for your life to happen. And whether buying or renting, Zillow makes it easy. With smart search features, photos, and more. Zillow. Find your way home.
I see unauthorized dice being thrown. see the links that I posted to the character sheets?
As a matter of fact, I did, and those are the ones I used to open stuff. Even though somewhere I think I had saved those.
Oh, yeah, I see you logged into them right now. Told you he was going to be late.
Crap, it's still hot.
I would not, and I don't know if the numbers in Roll20 are going to be right, since you guys usually rolled on your own anyway. I didn't really bother with putting too much information in on the character sheets. I think I put in all your attributes, of course, and the limits are automatically generated, I think, but I didn't include any of the weapons, or, and I don't know if initiative's right or not. May not be with rotation, but
I was back, I don't know when that was. I guess it was a while I'd seen where it had group initiative.
in Shadowrun?
Yeah.
I don't think Shadowrun's ever used group initiative. I don't think we've ever used group initiative.
Well, it says group GROUPINIT colon.
You just
Travis
say colon.
12, Neo 16, Static 12. So I mean,
is that on the Google character sheet?
No, that's over here on Roll20.
I don't. Where are you seeing that?
Over in the right-hand column stuff.
Yeah, on the character sheet.
Sheet.
On the character sheet or in the chat window?
In the chat window.
I see. I don't see that. I see static, roll for initiative, a dice pool, reaction, intuition, bonus, wound penalty, and then results.
Scroll up. Scroll up.
Yeah, I see the Arnie animated GIF, and then static, and then Neo, and then static.
Oh, well, that's weird. Because I keep going up. You're going to see static, and then you're going to see Welcome to Roll20, then you're going to see Arnold again, Neo, Doc, static.
That was from the last time we played.
Yeah.
I cleared all that chat out of my window, so I don't see any of that.
But for some reason, that's where I started at, was way up there. Why?
I'm gonna check the chat log.
See something.
Oh, that's. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, that's from. I think that's if I roll. Oh, let's see. Select several of yous, and then we'll do initiative. And it just did Neo, so that wasn't it. Let's check. No, that must have been from an old macro that I had in there or something like that. It was probably from the group initiative script that I had installed at one time. Which must not be working anymore.
Good. スタルク、行動するあなたの番です。ニオ、行動するあなたの番です。
Neo'd.
Let's kick it. I'll say kick it, and you'll just kick it with a tasty groove, okay? 1, 2, 3, kick it. Kick it, come on. God damn it. God, Kyle! Could you one time kick it? What the fuck?
Okay, guys, let's get out there and make a difference. Time to make a chimmy fucking chongas. Okay, guys, let's get out there and make.
What in the ass?
Who the what? I see a Jimmy has arrived.
Been here for like 10 minutes.
You haven't
Well,
said
like 5 minutes.
So you've been sneaky.
I logged into Roll20. I got my character sheets opened up. I rolled initiative.
I was busy doing this.
Come on, Concord! Message for you, sir. Concord.
Kumquat.
Kumquat.
Hike the planet! Hike the planet! Shut up and get...
So how's it going? Cool. How long has Chrissy been planning that trip that she's on?
A while.
Is she just going to Paris, or is she going to other countries too?
They're ending in Spain.
Cool. Is that her first time overseas?
Yep.
Oh, she's gonna have a blast.
Guess if you like Euro trash. We.
No, I've already gone. Thank you, though.
I'm gonna go take a wicked yes.
So I'm assuming you guys remember everything that happened the last time we played.
Yes, no.
Not a thing. I know we wrapped up our main thing. I can't remember if we had gotten word of a second job.
Max called you.
Actually, you got a text message.
Text. Max texted you for a meeting.
Max.
Yeah, you had gotten your final payment from Roxanne, for the gig for Mercurial.
Oh, Max was the chick we were working for, right?
Yeah. Oh no, Roxanne was.
Oh, that was.
Max is your fixer, Max Coleman.
Okay. Knew there was an X in there somewhere.
So you had gotten your final payment. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't Mercurial. It was the Dream Chips that you had to go around and get from all the different people. So she gave you your final payments of 132,000 nuyen each.
Yep, we got it. We bought stuff.
And then a week later, it was in the news that Global Technologies were paying a dividend of like 113 nuyen per share outstanding, which was a total worth of 273 billion nuyen. And then you guys had like a week and a half of downtime between the end of the Dream Tripper mission and getting a text from Max Coleman. Thought you were going to get a little bit more time, but you got a text from him that says,
"Booyah, booyah, booyah." Nice book. Global gig. What later? I'm gonna text him back and tell him.
Meet Morlock.
Speak English.
Is he another? Doesn't somebody hate metahumans?
oh, lots of people hate metahumans.
I mean, as a
I think Static.
As a
Oh, it's like a flaw.
Flaw, yeah.
Let's see.
Where would that be under?
It's not Neo.
No, I think it's Static. Can you guys hear me?
It's not Vermilion.
It's not Static. It's the Core Data 2 tab. Static has no negative qualities. He's basically perfect.
Oh, it's lame sauce. Yeah, Vermilion's has insomnia. Neo has the
Technomancers. Sorry. Shrapnel hates Technomancers.
Yeah. And also has insomnia.
BTL chips. That's what it is. Better than life.
You're an addict. A dirty, dirty addict.
It's minor. It's minor.
You're still dirty. You're just a little dirty.
I'm mildly dirty.
So, yeah, you get this text congratulating you on the Global Technology gig, and he wants you to meet someone named Morlock in the penthouse at Lobenstein Plaza at 6th Avenue and Pike Street at midnight that evening.
Alright, so I get my Panther cannon.
It shoots actual panthers. Reminds me of that the bit from Family Guy with
Adam West.
Yeah, he had the cat gun or whatever it was.
Yeah. The one cat's name was like normal, like Fred.
Pete. Your name's Pete. That's a regular name. Alright, so what would you like to do to prep for this this meeting? You have no reason to expect that it isn't anything but just a normal meet with a prospective client.
Well, we've got one name, Morlock, that we can at least look into, get a little, and we can look up the Lobenstein Plaza, see if there's any intel on that. Maybe it's a Yakuza hotspot, or always being watched by the Fuzz.
All right. Well, who would like to check around?
Well, damn it! I keep going back to. Here we go.
Well, Static can do a couple of web searches and see what we've got.
Yeah, start there. See what type of person Morlock is.
Fence fixer, street dog. Fixer is all he is.
All right, Static. We'll just have you go ahead and make a. Trying to refresh my memory where everything is. It's been so long since we've played.
What are we playing?
It's not magical.
What is this again? Darkness jogging. What is this game called? Night skipping. Night skip. Static. You can go ahead and make a computer. We'll just have you make a regular computer check.
Computer nerd. Computer nerd.
Why is my dog
Where's
barking?
computers? Where's computer?
It's under technical. You have 7 dice in computer.
Technical. There's technical. Computer.
To find foxes.
Computers. Boxes.
3. 2 more. 3. 3 and 3. Three.
All right, and Neo, is I think you were the one that didn't have that great of a social skill.
Correct. Neo's not very good at it. Vermilion is, though. Well, she's better.
What would we be doing that one under? Eddie Cat.
Well, she can check with her. She's got a fixer, antiquities and oddities, and a street dock. So she can just do some general questioning. None of her contacts are really. Awesome.
Right. Well, that's why I was hoping a general search might come up with something a little bit more more particular.
Yeah, so she can do just a regular etiquette check with the 5 dice.
Because maybe Morlock is into antiquities and oddities.
Perhaps he is.
Maybe he himself is an antique, an odd one.
Or some sort of antiquity.
He's an odd one, he is.
Alright. We're doing 5 diggity dice. Rolling them all together because I'm fucking psycho. And she got 3.
3
successes.
3 successes. And between the two of you guys, you find out that Morlock is a dwarf. And he's known for handling contracts for Mr. Johnson's, who wants services rendered in the most discreet manner.
Ooh.
Because your team is so well known for your discreetness.
This is that Panther cannon at home, where them cats are going to be coming out.
And Lobenstein Plaza, it's in downtown Seattle. It's one of the best hotels in the city. It sits in the heart of the shopping district, close to the harbor, with a great view of the Sound by day. And
How do you view sound?
No, the sound, not a sound.
The sound. So what does the sound sound like? The sound?
It doesn't sound like anything. It looks like something.
Does sound look like?
On a monitor is like a computer displaying the sound.
Oh, it's grunge. Clearly, Seattle Sound would be grunge.
Ah.
I'm gonna shoot them now.
No, it's the Puget Sound.
Puget.
So it smells.
Puget.
That's
Oh, there's a good view of it.
pugnant. That's what you said.
There's a link.
How do you
Chaz.
spell?
Nope. Hyrex JPEG.
What the deuce? Oh, look, there's me.
There I am.
Oh, yeah. From the Space Needle. Ah, Puget. Puget. Puget.
Alrighty.
So there was a little bit of noise made on the last run, so being able to grab a mission that is a little quieter would probably help you guys out, just to kind of get your name a little calmed down out there. I mean, it's awesome. It's great for the reputation because, you know, you'll get more high-paying jobs, but then on the downside, their higher reputation means that the government, corporate, or underworld powers that be will consider your group a threat and take action at some point. And fixers don't like to hire runners who don't blend into the shadows well. So
let them know that I will kill them. Kill them all that come.
Kill them all!
No need to blend into the shadows when you can kill it.
I kill the shadows. All I'm saying is, if you're going to eat the sandwich, you would prefer that someone had not fucked it.
Shit.
This is true. That is also my preference.
I need to hear that part. Here,
I think we drink virgin blood because it sounds cool.
I think of it like this. If you're going to eat a sandwich, you would just enjoy it more if you knew no one had fucked it.
Let's concentrate on Josephine then.
Fuck.
I always suspect every sandwich has been fucked.
That's why
Which is why I never eat mayonnaise.
Alright, so how are we set up on vehicles? So, Static, tooling around in a Ford Americar.
Brum brum.
Hot. Shrapnel's got her little Jackrabbit. Neo sporting in a Ford Americar. Vermilion has a Honda Spirit.
You know what? We call that guy that...
She's got a fucking Prius.
We call the limo and ask for the driver that we got the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't scare the shit out of him at all.
What was his name?
You remember?
Oh.
if I jotted that down. I don't know what his name was.
Hey, let's call what's his name?
I'm looking. And I don't think I jotted his name down. This was in my other thing. Let's see. Is it in this one?
Dopinder. That's what his name is from now on. Dopinder. He'll call me Mr. Neo. Dopinder.
Soul Junior's West Wind.
Abilities driving. Enemies Bandu. That was Bandu in the trunk.
You can hire a limo if you like, or you could go in one of the group cars.
Is there what, 5 of us or something?
Well, is Doc still rolling with this? Is somebody controlling Doc?
That's going to be up to you guys.
Or is it just the 4 of us in the last one?
I think that I was running Doc.
You were.
The last one.
Group initiative, Shrapnel, Vermilion, Neo, Static. No Doc in there.
Oh, maybe not then.
Not in the last one either.
Yeah, no, he was with us.
Static run around hacking all the computers in the store.
What?
You scroll up, the Neo's got Bender firing the Tommy gun, and then Static is...
Oh yeah, hacking in progress.
Through touching
Area 51
everything.
hacked. Statue of Liberty hacked.
Illuminati hacked.
Oh, no, it does. There's Doc's turn is done. Static is now your turn. So Doc was definitely with us. He just wasn't going in the group initiative, apparently.
Well, so
I wonder how old this is. James was playing it?
He, I think we've only played a couple of times without James because our games come so infrequently.
All right.
There's no time date stamps on the chat window, so I have no idea what it may have been. But yeah, I definitely see Neo in there, or Doc. I mean.
All right, so we can... It's at midnight tonight. All right, did we get any info on the building thing
There's
in particular?
nothing really special about it, no.
Okay.
It's a hotel, very classy, ritzy, middle town.
Best hotel in downtown Seattle.
With a view of
something
of the Puget Sound.
I didn't hear you say it was the best hotel in downtown Seattle.
Yep.
He did.
Avenue and Pike Street.
All right, now I do believe I bought some fancy clothes. I bought a suit, a nice one, I think. So.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't see any of that stuff on my character sheets.
It was
on the map. I'll paste it into Discord.
Oh.
It's right there.
All right, maybe I didn't. Maybe it was fucking Vermilion who bought it.
Bought what?
Somebody bought something nice, an expensive dress or suit.
That was the dress. She bought a dress for the. You had to go to a dinner party to find Val during the last mission, and that was when the whole limo thing happened. When you had to chase her.
All right, I thought I bought like a nice dress. for Neo that were very expensive that had armor in them.
You may have gotten yourself an Armani suit also.
It's not on Neo's gear.
It would be under combat.
All the way at the bottom.
Yep.
Because that's right.
Island Ace of Diamonds suit.
Ooh, Ace of Diamonds.
I don't see it.
Down at the bottom. Combat.
Combat. All the way down at the bottom.
Combat.
Shrapnel's going to use her more.
Or are we looking at the character sheet in Roll20?
No.
No.
The Google Sheets.
Google.
Yeah, I don't see it.
In the Google sheet? Are you on the Google sheet?
You're in the armor section on the combat tab.
Armor jacket, armor. Oh, there it is. Derp. Vashon Island Ace of Diamonds suit. Concealability +2. Okay, so I'm wearing that. God, I'm blind as fuck.
Yes, you are.
Fuck.
Static's and wears Armani
and
Shrapnel's her Mortimer London.
Island Ace of Spades dress with a concealable holster, and she will take her.
She only has one gun.
Come on. Yeah, I was trying to. The Colt America L36, and Neo will take his. What? Oh, see, that's the problem. I keep between tabbing to the two characters. All right. Yeah, he'll take his.
Mm-hmm.
The Ares doesn't conceal very well, so.
Which one? The Alpha or the Predator?
Definitely not the Predator or Alpha. Was the rifle.
The Predator, his pistol.
Whose vehicle you're gonna take?
He'll also take his Colt America with the sound suppressor.
Why, you think we were joking? I wanted to take the limo. Call the guy. Call the dude. Call the pink cab. Come on.
You know, the guy.
Pink taxi. Call the pink taxi.
All right, call Dopender.
Somebody made him a contact. I'm almost certain.
Let me check the NPC list. I don't see him.
Yeah, I don't think. We wanted to make him.
I didn't.
Let's see.
Shrapnel's going to bring her Browning Ultra.
There you are.
And Static's going to bring his Ares Predator.
Yeah, I don't see him on the list.
Called Dopender now, then.
Here's the link for the NPCs, your contacts. It's in Discord.
Disbelieve. Is an illusion.
No driver in there. You have to add Dopender now.
Just added them. Did I spell it correctly? Let's see. Nope.
No.
Dopinder.
Dopinder.
He has his own Wikipedia page. Status unknown. Abilities: driving. Weaknesses: phone calls. All right, how much you want to offer him for use of the limo for the evening, driving you around?
Well, what is the standard fee? We'll just say whatever the standard fee is. We per person we double it.
Let's see.
For a situation like this, of course, we would double it. Easy.
So we'll say 300.
All right. I give him 2 high fives.
You guys going to split the cost, or are you just going to pay for it yourself? You currently have 127,000 new yen in your bank account.
And 618 down to 318.
Info, where did I put your cred sticks? Core data? Nope. Core data 1?
Yeah, core data 1 up on the top. New yen.
The cred sticks themselves are on gear.
Gear, that's where they were. And your comm links on there too. Okay. James Thompson. It's a nice generic name.
Yeah. Mine is Tom Tuttle from Tacoma, Washington.
Dina Sutton. And Jean Grey. Whatever that's from.
I just made it up.
Totally original creation of my own. Alright, what time would you like Depender to pick you up? And from where? Is he like driving around to each of your houses, or are y'all going to meet at one central place?
You know, and that's something that we actually need to end up hashing out, because I know that Neo wasn't his apartment anymore with keeping his place.
He doesn't want his apartment anymore?
Well,
You're the
he is, obviously, for now. Yeah. He was... There we go. Perhaps, you know, teaming up with Static somewhere.
Static was way out in the boonies.
Either that, or we could look into actually place, you know, and like a like an HQ almost. I mean, I know we're not quite there yet in terms of money, but if we could like find some little spot, you know, like a old warehouse or something, like, and you could have it all fucking rigged up and shit.
Well, I mean, you could get, let's see.
Get a clubhouse.
Depends on what sort of lifestyle you wanted it to be. What the hell?
We'd probably want to try to get it somewhere in the middle. You know, we don't want to have walking around constantly, and at the same time, we don't want the cops driving by every 5 minutes either. Having the cops drive by every 5 minutes isn't that big of a deal.
I suddenly realize that I'm missing the whole lifestyle section of my rule book.
Oh,
hell?
Lord.
What the hell?
Yes.
Let's try this one. Lifestyles. There we are. Okay, so middle lifestyle would cost you guys $5,000 a month. It would be a nice house or condo with lots of comforts. Lifestyle of ordinary wage earners or reasonably successful criminals. High lifestyle would be the next one up. That would be $10,000 a month. It would be a roomy house or condo, good food, and the technology that makes life easy. Home is in a secure zone or protected by good, solid bribes to the local police contractor and gang boss. It's the life for the well-to-do on either side of the law, mid-level managers, senior mob bosses, and the like. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to do that in one evening, but...
Well, I think that's something we want to look into, and I would say probably the high lifestyle. Us just to make sure that we can get exactly what we want. We can worry about that later. I guess as for tonight, somewhere centralized, or just have Dopinder come pick us all up?
Let's go hit someplace centralized.
Dopinder doesn't think he wants to drive all around the city.
I
got his K-Call. We're paying his ass.
Vermilion and Shrapnel live fairly close to each other, correct?
Yes.
So
Vermilion is on the other side of Lake Washington.
she's on Bellevue.
And I don't have. I think don't Vermilion and Shrapnel live together? I don't have an address for Shrapnel. Let's see if there's one on her character sheet.
Maybe they do live together. If they don't live together, they live like right down the street from each other.
Lifestyle, there's her ID. Vermilion. Lifestyle. Info. I know one of these tabs had your addresses on it. Where the hell was it going?
Oh yeah. It's lifestyle, advanced lifestyles.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, 528 Central Way, Kirkland.
Yep.
And Shrapnel doesn't have an address, so she must live. I think she lives with Vermilion.
Yep.
Well, is it
sisters?
Obscure and difficult to find?
Or maybe we just never picked an actual place for her.
All right. Well, they're Neo's downtown, which is where we're going. So at Neo's place, downtown. Shrapnel and there.
Yeah, I've actually have them marked on the Roll20 map too.
Yeah, because that's Neo right there.
Yeah. That one's the girl's place.
Alright.
That one's Static.
Who's that?
Say that's Doc.
Let's see. Yep, that's Doc.
He lived in a shithole, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so the girls can easily just drive on over.
What time
And then,
do you get to Lobenstein Plaza?
About 11:30, I would say.
Yeah.
Right, that gives you a few minutes to look around.
So we'll have Dopinder probably pick us up around 11.
The tower itself, well, you all finally get into the limo and everything. You're all decked out, checking your loads. Are you bringing any stuff with you? You can put in the trunk next to the body of whatever his name is.
Bondu.
Be like, here, hold this.
Yeah, I'll probably bring a duffel. Just make sure
Where's my
Dope
bag? Shit.
doesn't forget it. Call Dopinder, I stick my finger in Vermilion's ear. I'll have my my Alpha couple of detonators and foam explosives.
Lobenstein Plaza is about 15 stories tall, and it has so many little balconies bulging from the circular walls that it looks like a purple sea cucumber. You guys pull up to the front in the limo, and Dopinder comes around. As he's opened the door, he kind of accidentally runs into the door frame and says he's sorry and kind of gestures for you to come out.
You should relax, man. Started shooting anybody yet?
I tell him thanks, give him a high five. Tell him that not sure how long we're
Not too far.
Yeah, just hang out and wait.
He says he will be close, just give him a call.
This isn't going to be like a Nakatomi Towers where he's going to go in the basement, is it?
With a giant teddy bear. Listening to Stevie Wonder the whole time. The four of you, and did you decide yay or nay on Doc?
Yeah, we'll bring Doc.
Oh, he's drunk and sweaty as usual.
Oh, gross. Didn't he at least get some kind of clothing to...
Pounds in the past week.
The lobby of the plaza is high-ceilinged and plushly carpeted. To your left is a huge old reception desk occupying a quarter of the room, complete with 2 knight-errant security guards and a desk clerk. To your right is a bar and the room known as the Lobenstein Gallery. The rest of the lobby is filled with overstuffed chairs and couches. There's a waitress in purple tights and a body shirt with plunging neckline strolling about taking drink orders. There's some geriatric sleepy time music is piped in through hidden speakers.
Get a hold of Doc. Keep him out of her cleavage.
He's already grabbed a drink.
He has.
He's just sort of carrying it with him. This late at night, though, the lobby is empty of all but a few suits looking for an opening line the waitress hasn't heard 1,000 times before. The night clerk gestures you over and tells you that Mr. Morlock has taken the whole top floor and that you can go on up, and he hands you a mag key for elevator number 3.
I'll thank him. Start heading that way.
You find the elevator and insert the key. The doors open to reveal 4 very large and very belligerent orcs staring you in the face.
Hey, Summer, you ain't needed here. Go on back to the Barrens where you belong.
Get a drink. I'm gonna be right back.
All right, I'm getting one too. Be back.
Oh my God, so will I. Somebody to bounce for us, will you?
See, this is where we need the fucking Minotaur.
balls.
Oh, oh,
oh.
Is everybody back?
Nope. I'm not here. Shadowrun. Edition. What's it called? Tweety. The heck is Cloud again? Watch your step.
Back. Sorry about that. Had to get some stuff out of the van.
No, you said a drink.
And a drink. I did both.
And well, I went and got a drink and threw Wiz. Still.
Copy. So is Jimmy back?
Yep.
So looking at like a kind of a lobby setup. There's a pretty wide lobby. It's about 25 feet wide, and several banks of doors with elevators. Elevator bank there. Elevator bank there. Elevator bank there. Elevator bank there. That kind of opens up down there. The same that direction. Neo, you're the closest to the elevator, along with Static and Vermilion and what's her face standing nearby, waiting for the elevator to open. Doc is here, just sort of leaned up against the wall.
That's how.
Let's see. Is that one or this one? No, not that one. What about this one? No, not that one. What about this one? No, not that one. So 4 of these guys in the elevator, standing as if they were expecting to see you as soon as the doors opened.
Of course. Because we're supposed to be doing this.
You'd probably be standing back a little bit, because proper people don't stand right by the door when it opens, because people might be coming out. So these orcs are in. They're wearing like sort of gaudy suits. Kind of like mafia looking types, if that could give you a sort of a visual clue of the types of clothes that they're wearing.
Calling me funny?
Are they? Can I visibly see any weapons? Are any of their weapons visible? Or
make a perceived weapons check, which also is known as perception.
Everybody or just him?
Whoever's looking.
Shit.
2 successes.
Second perception.
On Neo. Vermilion wasn't really looking for guns. She was just kind of looking at them. Lightning bolt coming into her mind real quick, but then realized, quickly dismissing that thought, thinking that she might need to step in and do a little bit of etiquette or something.
Static got 4. And the first thing's going into Shrapnel's mind is, because it's kind of quiet.
Oh, it's a perception plus intuition, sorry.
Giant stun ball.
Oh, that actually should already be added in, I think, on your character sheet. Let's see. perception. Yes.
And intelligence.
It should already be added in.
Yeah. Shrapnel had a 7 on perception. She really wasn't.
Trying to find, where the hell is concealability listed now in the book? Oh, there it is, okay.
Guys, you better start warming up or it's time to get... That's impressive. Ah! Damn, they seem to be doing better when I'm throwing them all together instead of singly. 3 for 5, 3 for 5.
Okay,
2 for 5. 1 for 5.
Alright, so who all was checking again? Sorry.
Well, Neo was, because he was getting ready to, engage with them, so.
And you rolled how many dice?
4 dice, 2 successes.
If you subtracted the 2 of them... Well, for this roll, you only get 2 dice. It's a -2 to your roll.
Alright, well, you want me to roll again? Because I don't know if those successes came first, or...
Yeah, that'd be alright. And the same with
success
was checking too, is a -2.
Static.
1 success.
Alright, let's try this. 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's get 9, so that's 6. Should start rolling these all together.
Neo, you can see that one of the guys in the back, it doesn't look like that any of them are packing heat, but you do see one guy in the back who looks like he might be palming a sap or a truncheon of some kind. And Static, you can tell that all 4 of them have saps. So Neo, you only see one guy with a sap. Static, you see that all 4 of them have saps. The one orc in the lead sort of pokes one pudgy finger out at Neo's face, and he says, "I said, go back to the Barrens."
I didn't even have a chance to... When he said that, I was going to answer. So I think I would have answered before he had a chance to say that part, if you don't mind.
You took a second to look for saps and weapons and whatnot.
Okay, you're right. Okay.
You sized them up briefly.
You're right. I think you have the wrong people. So if you wouldn't mind stepping out so we can get into the elevator, I'd appreciate it.
Oh no, we've got the right people, I think, right, guys?
Enough brain power between
none of them move. One of them hits the open door button on the elevator, so that the door stays open because it starts to shut, and then they hit the button, open it again.
So, there happens to be enough brain power between the 4 of you to actually have a thought to recognize that it might be us that you're looking for?
Yo!
Looks at the guy next to him and looks back at you. I don't think he fully understood what you just said.
And you hear it from behind a little bit. Boom.
I said, all right, guys, look. I'm sure Morlock doesn't want this to turn into anything, so get out of the elevator and let us go on. But shit, either way, we're going up. I'll let you make the choice how it's going to happen.
Because we're going to take those little sappy sticks and shove them in your ass.
Go ahead, Neo, and make a. Let's see.
Fucking hate your mother check.
Social. Where in the hell are you? There you are. Make an etiquette check.
Etiquette?
Mm-hmm. Or, unless you're trying to be a little bit more intimidating, in which case you could do intimidate. It's the same number of dice, though, so it doesn't really matter. So you're trying to
well, I mean, it was kind of like, name dropping, maybe trying to appeal to the stupid fucking orc senses a little bit.
Look,
But at the same time, at the same time, it was an intimidation. So
they didn't catch that highbrow insult. So
yeah, 2 successes, 2 6s and a 1. Tao heard me rolling the dice in my hand. Keep running up here.
What's going on? Is that for me?
What is it? What is it? What is it?
No, not Boom. Night Night.
He kind of standing there with his arms crossed, and he kind of looks you up and down, and he says, "I'll tell you what. You pay us 4,000 Nuyen, and we'll get out of your way." I think that sounds about right. 4 of us, 1,000 each.
That's some pretty interesting negotiation skills you got there.
Judging by those suits, it looks like you could afford it.
What's your name?
My name is Frankie.
All right, Frankie, you got yourself a deal.
He seems surprised that you accept. Nods his head. Takes out a cred stick. Doc also looks a little surprised that you accepted the deal.
Sort of all of us are kind of taken aback.
I'll pay him.
Static starts running amok. Amok. Alright, so minus 4,000 off your character sheet.
Vermilion's little lightning bolt goes.
The 4 orcs come striding out of the elevator. They kind of pull back a little bit. Oops. And let you guys get on. Do you guys get on the elevator?
Yep,
yeah, we get on.
Alright. So you get on
Just
the elevator?
Just as the door's about to close, I look through there and go, I'd have paid you 8 to kick his ass.
Alright, look guys, obviously this was fucking ridiculous, alright? But the whole point of this is we're trying to gain reputation for being able to do these jobs quietly. First
Oh,
thing
I
that
know.
popped into my head was that this
This
was
is
a
a
test. Fucking shorty upstairs. And I'm aware that there could be a camera watching us right now. This pisses me off. The stupid fucking Orton needed about 8 fucking bullets in his head.
You could probably get by with 5.
Well, don't worry about it. I got that face locked right in here.
Always double tap.
Oh, when we're done with the job, there's going to be some Orton.
Have you seen John Wick 2 yet?
No, unfortunately, but I am going to watch it. I was planning on watching it last weekend, but other shit happened, so.
It was
Yes,
good.
I've seen
it
it
wasn't
once.
as good as the first one, but it was good.
From all the previews I've seen and just the way that they've been presenting it, I had a feeling that it was not going to be as good as the first one, but we'll wait and see.
It was worth a watch.
I did watch Wonder Woman, though.
I haven't seen that yet. I want to see that real bad. I've had the kids the last 2 weeks, so haven't been able to do any movies.
The best DC movie so far.
That's what I heard.
They were trying to go kind of not just because it's World War I as opposed to World War II, but they were definitely trying to go a Captain America route with her. Like, it was very paralleled with it.
Yeah, I really want to see it. Alright, so you, elevator rises up to the penthouse, the doors open up, and there's like this big sort of entry area to some doors that are already open. You guys move forward into the room, and in this main richly appointed living area, you see a dwarf beckoning you into the room. This guy looks like a cross between a humpback dwarf and a corpse. His skin color might be best described as death. And if that wasn't enough, his clothes are purple satin trimmed with white and black lace. He's like a zombie dwarf prince. Or artist formerly known as Prince. Gentlemen, I am J.P. Morlock. Please, come in.
Oh my god.
The dwarf ambles into the apartment. Do you follow?
Yes.
But I'm not ambling.
Question mark?
Doink. The air in here reeks with the smell of jasmine and stale sweat. Lovely
What was his name?
combination. The dwarf's name?
Yeah.
Morlock.
JP.
J.P. Morlock.
Morgan Lock.
Your host motions you to seats. There's sort of like this big central recessed living area with couches all the way around. Sort of a artsy like table in the center with like a one of those perpetual flame things in the middle of it, and do you guys move into the room to sit as he gestures?
Yeah. Is there anybody else around here? Any cameras visible?
Make a perception check.
So I think we're almost all of us are getting a little suspicious now.
Yo! Aha! One success.
2. 3. Static gets 3.
I assume, Static, you're running Cold Sim right now on your chariot with everyone, all of the groups, comlink slave to your cyber deck.
Correct.
What programs do you have loaded right now? Because you remember all about the programs, right?
Pretty much, yes. Now, if I remember where they're at.
Under Matrix tab. The last ones you had loaded in were Exploit and Browse.
Probably leave those.
Alright, and you're running Cold Sim right now. You can do a Matrix Perception if you wanted to try to spot any icons in the area. Looks like you get 12 dice at the moment.
Well, just as with a visual, I got 3 successes. You said 12?
Yeah, it looks that way. Oh wait, hold on for a second. Lily was amused by the fact that Heidi took a picture of my butt on the beach. So she had to run down and show me the picture.
Giggity, giggity.
No, not just one. Damn you. Alright, there are, it does seem to be a standard security setup in the room. There are cameras. Nothing that you wouldn't expect in a room like this. You don't, like, pick up any sort of, like, gun emplacements or anything like that. No tricks or traps of any kind. There are some clearly visible security cameras. And as you guys sort of look around, he brings over 5 wine glasses and pours out wine, and then passes around a plate of what looks like real pâté. And then he takes out a twisted hand-rolled cigarette and lights it.
Ooh, hard. I cough.
You retch a little bit.
But this whole meeting sucks.
I represent parties looking to acquire some property. A
literary work by Aaron the Scribe is to be published by Sylvan Information in the near future. My employers do not wish that work to see the light of day, but they cannot afford to be implicated in any theft, and that is where you come in, my friends. My contacts report that you may be the finest Shadowrunners in this sprawling city. The mission I offer has two objectives. The first is to penetrate the Sylvan offices here in the city and get Aaron's manuscript. Being a bit archaic, Aaron has written the manuscript by hand, so it will be easy to identify. Second, you must penetrate the Sylvan computer mainframe and leave behind a virus in the data store that contains electronic copies of the work. It is a simple viral program which I will supply. Once activated, it will wipe out the information as well as plant some red herrings for anyone who may investigate. And for a variety of reasons, the system access node to the Sylvan system is very secure. I would most strongly recommend entering the system from within the physical building. And time is of the essence, so you will have only 1 week to accomplish this run. Payment will be 5,000 new yen each upon acceptance and 5,000 each upon delivery, and I am adding an additional 2,000 new yen as compensation for leaving intact any data not related to this run. Grubbing for extraneous data can jeopardize the operation, but you do seem to know how to accomplish your job with a minimum of force, and I respect that. Your payment will be rendered in full once the manuscript is delivered to me. Are there any questions?
What is the security in the building like?
Dragons. It's just wall-to-wall dragons in there. It's insane how many dragons there are. I'm just kidding. Hold on for 1 second.
We've dealt with the dragon
downstairs.
It always comes back to dragons.
Sorry, I just got offered cake. I had to respond.
What?
I had to respond to
Had
the
to
cake
what?
offer.
So weak.
Cake, man, cake.
Eh?
Making cake, man, homemade.
The cake. What about the cake?
This guy, the best way to picture this dwarf is kind of an offensively rich version of Mick Jagger. And what was the security? The security is they do have a security force. You can expect a standard level of security for that sort of establishment.
Do you know of anybody else who might want this thing, or should it be pretty simple?
It should be very simple for Shadowrunners of your caliber.
What about the 4 orcs we met in your elevator?
They were a means of gathering information.
And what information did you gather?
That you, as I said, that you were a group who could accomplish the task with a minimal amount of fuss.
All right.
The
this is not just cake. This is pineapple upside down cake.
Okay.
So I had the, which I now have in my greedy little hands. Ooh, it's still steamy hot, fresh out of the oven.
Shut up. Stop it.
It's delicious. Wait, I haven't bitten yet. Hold on.
Sure is.
It's very good. You have to forgive me. I'm currently an offensively rich dwarven Mick Jagger. So.
Okay. Check see if anybody fucked that pie first.
Only sandwiches. Is anyone going to attempt to negotiate the price, or are you going to accept it?
Yeah, I was to next. Alright, so you said 5,000 a piece and an additional 2,000 per
5,000
if we leave
each upon acceptance and 5,000 each upon delivery, and an additional 2,000 as compensation for leaving intact any data not related to the run.
Alright, so
potentially upwards of 12,000 each.
Right off the bat, this seems like a pretty easy thing. And this is just me thinking in my head. This seems like it'd be pretty easy, just getting into a building, swiping, a physical copy, right? It's a one physical copy, right? Because he writes it. Right.
Correct.
One physical copy, right? One physical copy. Plant a virus should be no problem. And get out. I mean, this can be done in one night, it seems like.
And you
A
have
little bit of my first guess is to just accept it right now, and once we get some recon of the building, decide if we want to, call them back and say, hey, this is going to be this, we're going to need to do it for this much. Would that be something that would it be etiquette wise, would that be the way to go, or would it be to try to negotiate right out of the gate, right here and now, then settle on a price? Would it be bad manners to leave now, accepting the price, and then saying, hey, we need to renegotiate it later on, or what?
I would say that you probably would want to have your final price down before you leave this room. If you think that there are going to be complications due to unknown quantities, then you might want to negotiate the price because of that.
All right, I'm going to come out with this then.
And is this Neo or is this Vermilion?
Established between the two of us that Vermilion is best at dealing with people to get what we want, and when it comes to talking. So I think it would be her move here to do this.
Okay. And what's going to be her angle?
It was going to be that she very much wants to do business with someone as reputable as Morlock, and that our intention is to do this job perfectly. However, that we are still trying to establish ourselves and looking to take on the highest paying runs that we can and then with a group our size, we don't want to be tied up with, such lower paying jobs, especially considering what our last one was. To negotiate the price up.
All right, have her
try to work.
Go ahead. You can finish what you were saying.
To try to work it up to almost double it.
Well, have her go ahead and make a negotiation check. She gets 5 dice.
Yeah. And she got 1 success.
That's bad.
She's used to more bloodshed at this point. She has a vision of 4 dead orcs in her head.
He understands what you're saying.
Oh,
However, this
come on.
Is these prices are firm, and you are not required to accept. You may leave with no hard feelings, though there will be a fair amount of disappointment.
I understand. We still have a few things to work out, including negotiation. But we'll get better at it, don't worry. We accept your offer.
Excellent. So everyone add 5,000, which he forwards to each of you. Guess I should open Doc's sheet up since he's with you guys. Doc, there you are. And he, as you finish your wine and pate, if you choose to partake in it, he gives you the data card with the virus. The manuscript, which is about several hundred handwritten pages, will probably be in a safe in an editor's office. Morlock suggests that Aaron probably chose to work with an elven editor at Sylvan, but he might be wrong in that assumption.
Sorry. Well.
And let's see, it is currently the 18th of June. So
Nathan's going to come down and get some.
Which is a Wednesday. What?
Oh, sorry. I'm hollering at Anthony.
No context. So he will expect the manuscript to be delivered back to him by the 25th, which is next Wednesday. Are there any other questions?
I don't. Well, does Aaron, does he live here locally?
Aaron the Scribe? He suggests any information that you need on Aaron is freely available on the net.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was my first thing. Is that we could find out pretty much everything else we need to know. All right. So wall-to-wall dragons is like 3 dragons in 4, because we can only handle 1, I think.
I don't think I can handle more than 5.
All right. I think we're done. Static. You got anything else for him?
No, I think that was it.
As you stand to make your exit, Doc just grabs a bottle of wine and carries it with him.
I kind of do that with a shrug. What are you gonna do? You know.
Okay. He shakes each of your hands, and he doesn't seem to mind Doc taking the bottle of wine, so it's cool.
As we're walking out, I say, I hope that bottle's worth 4,000.
It's a cheap $10 table wine. Oh!
Oh, of course it is.
And you guys go back to the elevator, take it down. There's no sign of the orcs as you pass through the lobby. You give Dopinder a buzz as you go down, and he's waiting out front with the limo. And you all climb inside and head to where are you going?
Well, I guess back to my place. We can hang out and discuss a few things and do some actually, what time is it now? Probably about, what, 12:30, 1 o'clock or so?
It's about 1:30.
How far away is the Sylvan building from here?
Sylvan? Sylvan is located... let's see what the address is. It's on the eastern part of the Bellevue district. Which is kind of the district right in between Vermilion and Static, on the east side of Lake Washington.
All right. Well, it looks like we can zoomed in. Just take that highway straight west across Council Island.
Are you going to head there right now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do a quick drive-by. Just right now, this time at night.
Through the lobby.
You know, just see let's just drive by the building, see what we see. Do we see what can we see in terms of security right now?
Well, you can just do a basic internet search on your way there. Bellevue, which is on... How in the hell do I pop this out? There's usually a button. Bellevue, show to players.
Well, imagine if we go there and fuck it, and we just got in tonight took the shit, did everything perfectly, and show back up to his place at like 6 in the morning. Here you go, it's done. He'd be like, "Oh boy."
Oh boy. Did the Bellevue window pop up for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Read that. I'm gonna go get another drink. I'll be right back.
When we break in there, we get it. We all take pictures with time codes on to show that we did it that night, and then wait till like the day of. Oh, here you go. We were just fucking around.
Get this shit done in an hour. But we figured since you were paying so shitty, we'd make you wait.
Yeah. I wonder what the name of this one is. She did Mercurial, we've done Dream Chipper.
Did you guys read up on the district?
Yep.
So fairly high. It's basically the Oakwood of Seattle. Dopinder asked if he is going to be running any shadows with you. They decided their limo driver's name is Dopinder. I was just telling Heidi.
Alright, so...
So he drives you into Bellevue. The Sylvan Information headquarters is in, like I said, it's in the eastern part of the district. It's a nice part of town where everyone has a system identification number and unemployment is low. Bellevue is where many of Seattle's wealthiest have their estates. Though some Lone Star vehicles are always on patrol in the streets, most of the security is private and does not call attention to itself. The Sylvan headquarters sits in the center of its own little landscaped park with beautiful lawns surrounding the building with walnut, oak, apple, and cherry trees dotting the grassy expanse. In the northeast corner of the grounds is an artificial lake holding 3 small islands linked by bridges. The Sylvan building itself is 3 stories tall and faces south. It's roughly cruciform in shape, with each wing extending some 30 meters from the central foyer. The second and third stories do not extend out over the arms of the cross, but rise up directly above the center of the building. The entrance is on the south side. And at the moment, the building appears to be naturally locked up. On the north side of the building, there is a wide road leading to a loading dock and an employee entrance. And on the west side is an underground parking area for employees only.
Alright. How many vehicles are in the main parking lot right now? If there is a main parking lot. Alright. Are there any...
At least not on the above ground parking. There are no vehicles.
Is there any lights on anywhere? Like maybe an office here or there? Or everything
there,
illuminated?
But mostly the lights are off. It, sort of standard what an office building would look like at night.
Alright. Are we able to drive around to get a look at where the road go to the loading dock?
Yeah, you can drive around and you can see that the road, that there's a perimeter fence. It's about 3 meters high. That surrounds the whole complex, and there is a gate entrance on both sides. One side likely for the employees, and the other side just for general the general public coming in.
Gates are closed now. Are there any guard booths with guards in them?
Yes, there are.
Alright, how many guards are in each booth?
40. They're piled in there like
cordwood.
Like cordwood, yeah. No, you see 2 guards at each gate.
Alright. Out on the way here, some searching.
I take that back. There is one guard at each gate. You know, I take that back again. There is not a gatehouse at each gate. It looks like it's remotely operated. It's one of those kinds with like the little buzz-in thing and the screen with the camera.
All right. So there are no guards at the gates then?
Correct.
Let's see. Alrighty. Alright, well some searching on the way here. We would have wanted to look a little bit more, I think, into Morlock, just to try to get a little bit of information on him.
Are you going to do that while you're driving around, or are you going to wait till you get back to your place?
Oh, well, I mean, how long would it have taken us to drive from downtown to here?
Probably, without doing a Google search, I'm just guessing from previous searches I've done, I'm guessing maybe a half hour, 45 minutes.
Right, so, yeah, we would have wanted to look up about Sylvan itself. And I think let's start with there. First, about the building. I think we'll have static focus on that. See what kind of blueprints he can draw up. See if he can, get detailed of like, okay, all of the editors' offices are on the second floor or third floor, and they're here, here, and here. He had mentioned that he may have gotten an elven editor, so let's look up this guy. What's his name? Iron?
Aaron.
Aaron. Aaron. See what we can find about him in particular. To see just how much this guy's assumption could be correct. I mean, is he married to an elf? Did he do anything particular? Is he always surrounding himself with elves? Any sort of like elven habits or anything like that. If this guy's just teaming with that, then it's probably a pretty good guess. But if we can't find any links to him, to any elf, then that might not. Because if we decide that, oh yeah, he, here he is, we found a picture of him with, an elven editor from Sylvan, well then there you go. And maybe we can determine through searching as well, like get a list. Like, yeah, here it is. There's only one elven editor working at Sylvan. His name is this, and his office is, a building or whatever. And we can have a target destination when we get there.
All right, so the basic information that you find about Sylvan in information systems, Their home office is in Seattle. Their president and CEO is named Malachi Morgan. Their chief products are multimedia and hypermedia publications and industrial software. They're known in the publishing industry as an Elven house, meaning it publishes Elven authors or designers almost exclusively. Sylvan also has publication rights to all works by Elven social theorist Aaron the Scribe. They maintain an in-house security force, and its computer system is rumored to be fairly well defended. And you can use any corporate or media type to gain additional information.
Alright, Neo has a corporate scientist, Dr. Cyclo. Dr. Edwin Cyclo.
Because he's crazy. Go ahead and make an etiquette check.
Alright. Well, when I rolled these separately, I got a lot of successes. So I'm going to do this one by one this time.
Roll all ones.
I got no successes, but they weren't ones. So, Dr. Edwin Cyclo is currently working on the flux capacitor, and he didn't pick up.
He's traveling back to the future. Alright, what about a static or shrapnel?
And Vermilion does not have. You said corporate or what?
Media.
No. Looking for. Where are we looking? Let me see. I gotta get some new contacts. Oh, contacts?
Yeah.
No, I got a fixer.
I wear glasses.
Static has a fixer.
Now, don't forget that of your team contacts, Armando Hernandez from the Mercurial mission. He's considered media. You have who else do we have here? Fixer, Fed, Street Snitch. Roxanne Wunter, she's the exec for Global Technologies.
Yeah. Lin Huang, he's a decker for Az Technology. Lin Huang.
Something wrong.
I mean, that's kind of media.
Where do you see? Oh, there he is. Huang.
I'll no. I suck.
He would be more corporate than you would be.
All right. Vermilion will contact Roxanne. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Cow, what happened?
What'd you get?
No successes.
Oh my God. All right, Static, it's up to you.
I'm just gonna shot in the dark here and ask Dopinder about it.
Well, yes, I was born in this building.
Dopinder, come on, mate.
Ryan, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay.
Tao, come on, you can't be under there. Come on, buddy.
All I have on contacts are a fixer. On Static. Then Shrapnel has a fixer, fencer, and street dog.
All right, why don't we? I'll let you use your fixer contacts at a -1 to your dice pool.
All right, fine.
And that's for etiquette.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not for etiquette. He feels very strongly about this.
All right, static 2, die roll 1. He had a 4. Etiquette, she's got a 4, so she gets 3. These together. 2. 2!
2 successes. Alright, what about Neo or Vermilion?
Well, we can't contact the same person, right?
No, I said you could use your fixers.
Oh, okay.
At a -1.
All right.
Duck has a loyalty of 2. Does that count for any?
It means he won't.
All right.
That much less likely to turn you in when the cops come.
We each got 1 on our fixers.
All right. So between all of you, you hear that Sylvan is a multimedia production company. They specialize in Trivid and SimSense hypermedia presentations, plus a lot of conventional publications. They thought they designed database programs too. They're a real information corporation. They have an exclusive contract and have made a lot of money with the exclusive rights to Aaron the Scribe's stuff. And word on the street is that they're planning to publish his lecture material in the way Campbell's was in the 90s. And that's everything that you find out about Sylvan. You don't find out anything else about Morlock other than the fact that he's a fairly straightforward fixer. There's nothing really crazy or I mean, he's clearly, he himself is crazy, but there's nothing. He's a straight shooter. It's nothing on the street to say, hey, stay away from this particular guy. Aaron the Scribe, the general information that you find out is that he rose to national prominence within the last 15 years. First as a contributor to the opinion sections of a major metropolitan newspaper, and then as a published author and commentator. His first non-fiction work dealt with the sudden rise of the metahuman underclass and the social changes that accompanied it. Though not a bestseller, it garnered him much critical and academic praise. And now he's regarded as a social theorist. He's best known for his full-length works, The New Magic, Mankind Ascendant, which was a Pulitzer Prize winner, and Metagene's Future Spiral. Among his better-known essays and articles are Debunking the Neo-Anarchist Myth, Why Humanity Needs Leadership Towards a Stable Society, Latinitas, The Inadequacies of Zoological Terminology in the Awakened World. It's bathroom reading. Now, little is known of his history, though he has made comments concerning his youth in the Chicago Shattergraves region. There's no records. Was that upstairs or downstairs? Sorry, there was a noise. There's no record of formal education, nor has he claimed any. Aaron's only current connection to politics is his backing of the Young Elven Technologists Pola Club. He currently maintains residences in Seattle, Portland, and New York.
What is the name of this book that we're trying to steal right now?
They did not specify.
Did we find out of, does he typically write these novels, or is this like a special case? Yeah.
The idea that you got from Morlock was that he typically writes longhand. Any additional information, you can use a corporate type, you can use a government type, a media type, or anyone involved in high society.
Okay, that leaves me out still.
What about Maria? Would she be in high society at all?
She'd be in high society and media both, yeah.
Alright. I'll have
Try to send her an
Vermillion
email.
to her. One success. Not doing good with this stuff right now.
Was that
Fucking
Vermillion
orcs.
checking?
How many dice does she get?
Really, you need to go out and just punch an orc. I think that's.
I know. It sounds.
That's how you're
Get
gonna get
that
the dice
just-
back in order. You can also use your fixer contacts again with a -1 to your pool.
What about Erlon Maines? I don't know if he would.
Oh, Erlon.
Erlon Maines, president of Global Technologies.
Oh yeah, he's the guy who was ended up with Maria Mercurial. Yeah, he's definitely corporate and media to an extent.
Alright, I'll have Vermillion try with him.
Oh wait, no, was it Erlon? Yeah, that's who Erlon was. Global Tech.
She got 2 successes.
All right, Ryan, what about your guys?
Static did not get any successes, and Shrapnel got 2 again.
You don't find out too much more information. You do. Aaron is known to have like an incredibly sharp mind, and you hear again that he's listed as a backer of the Young Elven Technologists, but they actually think that he calls the shots for the Young Elven Technologists. And you also hear that he is tied up within the politics of Terngeir, which makes for an interesting cross-connection. Terngeir being the Elven nation, and the Young Elven Technologists are it's a metahuman polar club.
Is he an elf?
Aaron is an elf, yes. Sylvan Information Systems only deals with elven authors. The Young Elven Technologists, their leader is John Winter. They're an influential metahuman polar club located in the Puyat Barrens. Their major benefactor is Aaron the Scribe, and he underwrites most of the Polar Club's expenses through extensive lecture tours across North America, and additional funds come through benefits and personal contributions. And they meet in an old pre-awakening fire station that they purchased from the city. Although their meeting hall is in a nasty section of the Barrens, the Polar Club rarely encounters any trouble there. This may be attributed to either the YET's disdain for violence, or, considering the upbringing of its membership, its superior firepower.
Alrighty. Well, it's superior firepower, huh? Probably have an Ed 209 guarding this place.
You have 10 seconds to comply. You have 5 seconds to comply. I am now authorized to use deadly force.
Run away! Hey. I said run away.
Don't touch him!
Fellow executives, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the future of law enforcement.
Dick.
Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
I think you'd better do what he says, Mr. Kennedy.
You now have 15 seconds to comply. You are in direct violation of Penal Code 113, Section 9. You now have 5 seconds to comply. 4, 3, 2, 1. I am now authorized to use physical force.
Was that like an extended thing? Or did he really shoot that long?
He really shot that long.
He's
After he was already dead on the table, he just kept on going.
Never realized how much fun this would be.
I have found my new hobby.
Get out of there, you wily rascal.
Alright, so,
Can't have you under there, boy.
anything else for you guys? They did recommend logging into their system from the physical location.
Right. That means plugging in manually, right?
Yep.
Well, I mean, okay, so we've gotten some information, but nothing that I can... I mean, except for the power, maybe not here, per se, but... I mean, I can't imagine why we would need to look into anything else.
Yeah. It looks like the probable means of access, front doors, rear doors, the windows on the ground floor of the east and west wings, through the underground garage. There might be mag locks and burglar alarms that you'll have to contend with on the way, but...
Burglar.
Right.
Burglar.
Burglar.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just have to... We just need to try to find out any information we can about security systems or anything on this building alone, and then just go. And find that it's not there. Then we'll have to start digging into all this information we found.
Alright, so when are you wanting to go? That night? The next night?
Probably the next night. I mean, it's already probably close to 2 in the morning now.
Yeah,
we might not have everything we need.
True.
Alright, so what are you going to take with you? What's the plan?
Stand.
All right, so what are we thinking right now is going to be our best entry point? So we just got our first physical look at the building.
If you're asking me, I would say it's sort of a toss between any of them.
I mean, if we come in the loading dock, at least we'll be on the ground floor, right?
Yeah, you could come in the loading dock in the back, the underground parking garage.
We could find
windows
somewhere.
or doors.
Well, I mean, we're going to have to contend with the security system anyway, so I would say just a door then.
Whatever entry point doesn't have a camera.
Oh, they're probably all going to have cameras.
Yeah, I know.
We should try and hack in and run a loop and then run a loop at the camera and get in that way. Pretty sure if we try to shut down the security system, something's going to go hinky. We need it up and running anyways.
Mm-hmm. The actual address for Sylvan Industries is there in Roll20 chat. Here is the... Actually, I'll link in Discord to the location on Google Maps.
Get it to it. No.
Excuse me.
May not look exactly like that since this is like real world versus in 50 years, but that's the general location. It's a, like I said, it's a cross-shaped building located on a secluded, wooded area with lots of grass and the lake and everything. So how are you going to get there?
We'll drive ourselves.
You gonna go in 4 different vehicles?
No.
Don't be so obnoxious. Definitely bringing the Yamaha Pulsar. Their spare mags. We do come in against anybody, taser them instead of killing them.
Well, it looks like that's some sort of either apartment buildings.
Well, like
perhaps.
I said, it's not exactly what it looks like since this is a real world map, but it's on. This is the street address of Sylvan Industries. This wooded area in Google Maps is where the building would be located, along with the pond. But it doesn't look like exactly like it does in Google Maps.
Well,
you know, the building's set away from the main road, from Lake Washington Boulevard, you know, up a drive. Side road goes around to the back entrance for the employees.
well, building faces south. Front entrance is to the south. So, and somewhere to the north, be it, you know, any sort of like apartments just on the street where we can just park in as much darkness as possible. North. Trying to avoid cameras to get back to the area of the loading bay. The dock, loading dock.
So, roll 20. The crude representation. There's like a parking area in the front, and then the side road goes all the way to the back where there's an entrance to the underground area, the underground parking garage, and then the dock area. And the whole thing has a fence around it. Fence.
So that garage, that's just the entrance to the underground parking? I'd assume that the underground parking is probably somewhat underneath the building, right?
That makes sense, yes.
Right, so yeah, I'd say we approach from probably the northwest. Try to make our way this way.
How are you going to get through the fence? Static, any ideas?
Get to the... Well, there may be cutting through it, but check and see if it's... Is there any way cold simming and checking to see if there's any alarms or anything, motion sensors are connected to the fence line?
We'll cut it. Oh, this is all stuff we were hopefully going to try to find out about before we went. Yeah. Specifics of the security of this building.
Static, make a... go ahead and make a computer check. Actually, no, I take that back. Matrix search, so it'll give you 12 dice.
3. 4. 5 successes.
You do find out that the fence is electrified.
Ooh, nice. Go pee on it.
And no, everyone knows you just stick your bare butt on it. That's what you do with electric fences.
Yeah, I'll give you $1,000. You go pee.
During the day, there are more than 100 employees. At night, though, typically just what looks like 4 security guards on the clock. And they do have an account with Lone Star Security. It looks like after 7 p.m. there are no guards. The guards only work during the day when the employees are there.
So they rely on Lone Star if anything's tripped at night.
Right.
Alright, so this is all about being quiet.
Stealthy.
Getting past security.
They do also employ a caretaker for the place at night, and it looks like they have an account with a company that supplies them with bar guests, which patrol the grounds at night.
God.
The hell are bar guests?
Fucking wolves.
People out there with...
They're like...
They are awakened wolves, basically.
Yeah, they're like... They're shapeshifters.
No, they're not shapeshifters.
Okay, maybe not in Shadowrun.
They are... It's a large awakened canine. They often resemble oversized mastiffs with short fur and either pure white or pure black in color. Its eyes and teeth seem to glow due to a certain luminescent bacteria that resides in its mucous membranes. They're nocturnal pack animals, frequently traveling in groups of a dozen or more who herd their prey by howling. A Barghest howl can induce fear and, in some cases, a catatonic state in its victim.
Definitely some meat treats stuffed with tranquilizers. Some tranquilizers. Place around. High ground.
There's a picture. Ding. It looks like the first floor is mostly offices, junior editor work areas. The loading dock is in the rear. The underground has the parking garage. The second floor holds the main computer room. Actually, I take that back. The main computer room is also in the underground. The second floor is where all the bigwigs have their offices. Access via elevator and stairs. There are 6 offices on the second floor. The president and CEO, the vice president, and then the first 4 senior editors, 2 of which are elves. Morlock had commented that he thought that the editor for Aaron's manuscript was possibly an elf.
Yeah, and possibly the main one too. mean, he's got a lot of. He seems that he has a lot of clout with these people. So
it seems like, other than general paranoia, Sylvan has no reason to suspect an attack, so security is kept light, consisting mainly of various alarms built into the building, and they rely on Lone Star to reply quickly to any alarms being set off.
Right. So, second floor.
Correct.
Main editor's office is what we'll want to target first.
We want to get to the computer room. If we get to the computer room, we may be able to...
Whoa. Why is this stuck?
I lost my train of thought.
Well, we'll have to get there too.
Yeah.
But he believes that the physical copy of the book will be in a safe in the editor's room.
We'll still have to get to some kind of a terminal to try and limit the alarms, or try to fool the alarms into thinking that somebody's authorized to be there and we need them turned off so they're not tripping, calling Lone Star. Lone Star.
You don't necessarily have to enter the system through the computer room. You can do it through really any of the systems in the offices. So you could do it from a junior editor's cubicle or through one of the second floor offices.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to deal with the security before we even get in the place to get there, though. So
right.
And before we can even do that, we're gonna have to deal with the fence. Or I'm sorry, before we do that, we're gonna have to deal with the bar guests, and before we deal with them, we have to deal with the fence.
Well, no, the fence is first. The bar guests are inside the perimeter of the fence.
Way backwards.
So first would be fence, and then the bar guests, and then getting inside the building.
Yeah, that's why I said before we have to deal with the getting in the building, we have to deal with the bar gas. Before we deal with the bar gas, we have to deal with the fence.
So it's an underground parking garage.
Correct.
Maybe our point of egress. Ingress.
Egress?
Yeah, I mean it could be, since it's furthest away from the building. That might not be a bad idea. Now that I'm looking at it. So we need to somehow get through the electrical fence.
Alright, well, the easiest way to get through the electrical fence is take a pair of jumper cables and... Well, no, we don't necessarily have to do that. We just have to get some insulated gloves and cut through the fence. I'm sure if we drop the current, that might set the alarm off or what. The jumper cables run across the fence, cut in between them, and cut a piece out so we can get through. Probably be the best idea.
Okay.
What sort of breaking and entering gear do you guys have?
None right now. We're gonna have to get that stuff.
Well, I'm gonna bring my maglock pass key thing, my auto picker.
Did he say it'd be a bad idea to hack in remotely?
Yes. Yeah, you're gonna have to hack in there on site to plant the virus.
do have a silencer for the Predator. Alright, well, them stupid Barghasts, we have to pump them. So I was trying to figure if there's someplace high, get the high ground, start getting some, put a silencer on your sniper rifle and start picking the bastards off.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's got it. I mean, it's all set up.
Alright, so we're supposed to get in, steal the hardcover, plant the virus, try to be as nonchalant as possible.
Leave other information undamaged.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure dead Barghast, or it's going to be a giveaway, but
You may not even encounter the Barghasts. You can get past them. It's a fairly sizable estate, and chances are they don't have a huge pack, so that would be just expensive and dangerous.
Yeah, if it came down to it, you could always try to pop a sleep spell on them too.
So, she has Shrapnel has Stun Ball and Clout and Knockout. Vermilion is mostly defensive. Alright, well, we'll have to give it some more thought, come up with a plan, and then when we play again in 8 months, we will be able to break in and see what happens.
Yep.
Wonder how what worked.
oh, I just saw this thing about rock can, how old alcohol.
Let's see, what should play us out?
Sugar.
Well, since you're on the Stranger Things, just go ahead and play the theme.
What is? Oh, what about this one? Play this. No, this one. Alright, looks like, oh, Jesus. We'll be back at it next Tuesday. Jesus.